Here's how I insulated the shop for $1,000. It's 94 degrees outside. It's 109 in the shop right now. All right, I've got a 30 by 50 shop, 12 foot at the rafter. I didn't go for the spray and insulation when I had it built. They wanted like 18 grand, but I found a deal on Marketplace and I got all this foam for $1,000. It should do all the walls. It won't do the roof. I'm gonna have to figure something else out for that. But this is the cheapest way I could figure out how to do this. So it's 3.5-inch polyiso foam that has fiberglass caps. I guess it's meant for roofs, but seems to be doing the job. So I'm not even done yet. And it is 72 degrees outside, and already I've had the door open. It is 82 in here. I've had it get all the way up to 111 yesterday, and I think it only was 97 degrees. So hopefully it's a bit better once this is all done. All I'm doing is just using a screw in this foam washer. Found on Amazon. I'll throw the link in there. But just throwing it on, attaching it to the wood. I'm only using 2 per where I'm able to. There's some parts where I think the wood's warped or got to use a couple extra to keep it flat. So I'm really just going up to the rafter. I'm thinking I'm going to do a drop ceiling. And then I don't know, maybe spray and insulation like the shredded foam you would do in a normal house. We'll try that. I don't have it. You can feel the heat coming off this metal. As soon as the sun hits it, this whole shop just superheats. It's going together pretty well. I've got a few gaps. I'm just going to use some spray foam to hit these gaps once we're all done. Need to find some black tape. I figure I'll just spray some more foam in here, tape over it, call it a day. Eventually, I would like to at least do a layer of drywall. Probably not all the way to the rafter, but it's coming together. All right, we've got a good bit up on the walls, most of the way done. Still haven't done the garage doors, this whole south side. Got the swamp cooler up. It is 82 degrees in here. The sun is baking on this thing. So we'll give it an hour or so and see what happens. All right, I'm doing the garage doors. Found this, I believe it's 1.25 inch foam, John Mansville, from Lowe's. Got them to knock it down on most of it because they were kinked on the side. So I'm using the saw again. And I'm just cutting them to size and forcing them in the door. It's not much cheaper than just buying a kit. Can't say it's really much easier either, but it's not bad. It's more R value than the cheapo kit. So, turned out pretty nice. Got the shop mostly done. Still need to figure something out with the roof. Messing around with an idea up there and up there. I kind of like that, but we will see. So, got the 3.5 inch insulation everywhere. Had to use some 1.5 inch around the windows. Taped it up more to look good. foamed around the edges. It is considerably nicer in the shop already. I've left everything around the electrical panel here open and up where the lights are and down near this outlet. I'm gonna use rock wool so it's easy to take in and out. It's 82 outside, 100 in here. It's about 4 o'clock. Feels better. You definitely don't have the walls radiating. Still haven't finished insulating the doors. Obviously haven't done the roof. So after the roof's done, I think this will be much nicer. This is kind of how I'm thinking about approaching it. Adding some additional 2x4s, stretching it across. That one right there is actually to mount the ceiling fan over the gym area. But coming along. I purchased a used swamp cooler that is for a house. And I've been using this. I've been just setting it on this plywood, closing my garage door down to it. And then I've got 2 insulated panels to cover it up. It will cool it in the shop with the side insulation. I wouldn't say it's insane, but if you have that pointed at you while you're working on something, you will feel fine. It puts off a good bit of cool air. I need to get a reading on it. It's got to be 20 degrees cooler than what it is outside when it's on. I'd like to set up a switch so I can turn just the fan on, but I don't have water out here, so I'm literally just filling up water jugs. They last for a good while. I'll just fill the bottom up. I did have to hit the bottom with a wire wheel and repaint it because it was pretty rusty. But what's nice about a swamp cooler is there's really nothing to it. It is a water pump that drips water down these veins and a motor that runs the fan. That's it. So part of why I went with this, it was cheap, it's simple, it works. I've been wanting some more directional airflow, so I just purchased an 18-inch diameter hose, and then this is meant to go adapted to a square tubing or square ducting, but that works. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make aluminum covers here. Honestly, I'll probably just use some duct tape and cardboard and call it a day, because this is temporary. With that, I can set it up out here. I can run it through a window, so I don't have to have any doors open. What'll probably happen is I'll crack this door, set it out on the patio because I've got water out here. That'll make my life a little easier. And then I can either route it to me while we're in the gym or route it over while we're working on something. It's been about 6 months since I finished the installation on the walls. I will say in the summertime, having the walls not radiate heat at you while you're working on stuff is pretty nice because you can get a fan. It's considerably more comfortable. The swamp cooler works. It's not great, but I'm not gonna bother putting a mini split in until I do the roof. I am not sure how I'm gonna do the roof yet. I'm thinking about getting rock wool and going between the studs. I just want to make sure that I'm not putting it up against the metal. That way there's some breathing room. So we'll see. I might try and find some more of that polyiso and just screw it in. If I do it on the roof, I've got to come up with a different method of securing it. It's 20 degrees outside right now. I wouldn't say it stays warmer through the night, but I have a diesel powered um, jet heater, I think's what they're called, and that does pretty well because you just point it at you. You gotta leave the doors open so you can breathe, but it works. All around, I don't know if I could have insulated the walls any cheaper than that.